Elon Musk, the man who refused to fail. Elon Musk was not born into comfort, confidence, or admiration. He was born in 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa, a place where he never truly felt safe. As a child, Elon was quiet, awkward, and deeply obsessed with books. While other kids played outside, he disappeared into pages about science, physics, and the future. That made him different, and being different made him a target. Elon was brutally bullied at school. He was beaten regularly. Once, a group of boys pushed him down a flight of concrete stairs and kicked him until he lost consciousness. He was hospitalized. His face was swollen, his spirit nearly broken. At home, things weren't easier. His relationship with his father was cold and emotionally damaging. Elon later described his childhood as lonely and painful. For years, he felt like an outsider everywhere he went. But inside his mind, something extraordinary was growing. At the age of 10, Elon taught himself computer programming. At 12, he created and sold his first video game, a simple space shooter, for $500. It wasn't about the money. It was proof that he could build something from nothing. At 17, Elon made a decision that would change everything. He left South Africa. With almost no money, no connections, and no safety net, he moved first to Canada, then to the United States. He worked odd jobs, cleaning boilers, shoveling dirt, doing anything to survive. Eventually, he was accepted into the University of Pennsylvania, where he studied physics and economics. Even then, his dreams were considered unrealistic. He didn't want a normal career. He wanted to change humanity. In the mid-1990s, the internet was still young. Elon dropped out of Stanford after just 2 days to start a company. People called him reckless. His first company, Zip2, struggled badly. Elon slept on the office floor. He showered at the YMCA. He coded all night and pitched all day. Years later, Zip2 was sold for $307 million. Elon received $22 million. Most people would have stopped there. He didn't. He invested almost all of his money into a new idea, online banking. That company became PayPal. Again, chaos followed. Elon was fired as CEO while on his honeymoon. His vision clashed with others. Many believed he was too intense, too stubborn, too extreme. PayPal was later sold to eBay for $1.5 billion. Elon walked away with $180 million. And then, he did something no one expected. He risked everything. Instead of living a life of luxury, Elon invested nearly all his fortune into 3 impossible companies. Tesla, electric cars when everyone said they would fail. SpaceX, private rockets when governments struggled. Solar energy, when fossil fuels still ruled. People laughed. Experts mocked him. Investors ran. By 2008, Elon Musk was nearly bankrupt. Tesla was weeks away from collapse. SpaceX had failed 3 rocket launches in a row. A 4th failure would end the company. Elon later admitted he couldn't afford rent. He borrowed money for survival. He lived under extreme stress, sleeping in factories and offices. Then came the moment. SpaceX launched its 4th rocket. It worked. That single success saved the company. Shortly after, NASA awarded SpaceX a massive contract. Tesla received critical funding at the last possible second. Elon survived, but survival came at a cost. He endured brutal criticism, long hours, failed relationships, and public attacks. His leadership style was questioned. His mental health was openly debated. Still, he kept moving forward. Tesla became the most valuable car company in the world. SpaceX became the first private company to send astronauts to the International Space Station. Elon Musk became the richest person on Earth, not once, but multiple times. Yet when asked why he keeps pushing himself, his answer is simple: because the future matters. Elon Musk's story is not about money. It is about obsession, about resilience, about choosing the hardest path again and again. From a bullied child to a man reshaping industries, Elon Musk proves one thing. Sometimes, the people who don't belong anywhere are the ones who build the future. What most people don't realize is that Elon Musk's greatest battles did not happen in public. They happened at night, when factories were quiet, when cameras were gone, when success still felt very far away. After 2008, survival did not mean comfort. Tesla was alive, but barely. Production problems haunted the company. Batteries failed. Cars caught fire. Deadlines were missed again and again. Critics predicted Tesla's death every single year. Elon didn't deny the problems. He absorbed them. He personally slept on the Tesla factory floor. He worked 100-hour weeks. He reviewed engineering drawings himself. Employees often saw him walking through the factory at 3 a.m., exhausted but focused. Many left. Some stayed. Those who stayed witnessed something rare. A leader who refused to quit, even when quitting made sense. Meanwhile, SpaceX was pushing boundaries no one had ever crossed. Rockets were exploding. Billions were at risk. Each failure was broadcast to the world. But Elon believed failure was data. Each explosion taught him something. Instead of buying expensive parts, SpaceX built almost everything in-house. Instead of copying old aerospace rules, they rewrote them. And then came the idea that changed everything: reusable rockets. Experts laughed. They said it was impossible, too dangerous, too expensive. But Elon didn't see rockets as sacred objects. He saw them as machines, and machines could be reused. In 2015, SpaceX landed a rocket vertically for the first time in history. The world stopped. It was no longer a dream. It was real. That single moment reduced the cost of space travel dramatically and permanently. Governments took notice. Industries shifted. Elon Musk had altered the future of space. But success did not slow him down. If anything, it increased the pressure. Tesla expanded globally. New factories rose in China, Germany, and the United States. Elon made controversial decisions. He moved fast, sometimes too fast. He faced lawsuits, investigations, media storms. Every tweet was analyzed, every word criticized. At times, Elon admitted he felt overwhelmed. He spoke publicly about loneliness, stress, and emotional exhaustion. The world saw a billionaire, but few saw the human cost behind the ambition. Still, new visions appeared. Neuralink, connecting the human brain to computers. Starlink, satellites providing internet to remote parts of the planet. The Boring Company, rethinking transportation underground. To many, it sounded insane. To Elon, it was necessary. He believed humanity needed to become multiplanetary to survive. He believed technology should serve progress, not comfort. And Mars became his obsession. While others saw a red desert, Elon saw a second chance for civilization. SpaceX's Starship project aimed to build the most powerful rocket ever created, capable of carrying humans to another planet. The failures were spectacular. Explosions lit up the sky, but so did the progress. Each test pushed boundaries further. Each setback brought them closer. Today, Elon Musk remains one of the most polarizing figures in modern history. Some admire him, some criticize him, some don't understand him at all. But one thing is undeniable. He changed multiple industries. He challenged what humans believed was possible. He turned childhood pain into relentless drive. From a bullied boy in South Africa to a man shaping the future of Earth and beyond. Elon Musk's story is not a fairy tale. It is a reminder that vision requires sacrifice, that greatness is uncomfortable, and that the future belongs to those willing to risk everything for it. As the years passed, the pressure around Elon Musk only increased. Success did not bring him peace. It brought him expectations. Tesla was no longer a risky startup. It had become a symbol. For some, a symbol of hope. For others, a target waiting to fall. Every delay became a headline. Every mistake became proof, in the eyes of critics, that Elon had gone too far. Inside Tesla, the challenges were relentless. Production targets were missed. Engineers argued. Factories struggled to scale at impossible speed. At one point, during what Elon later called production hell, he admitted that Tesla was weeks away from collapse again. He slept on the factory floor, not as a show, but because going home felt like wasted time. He answered emails at dawn. He walked the assembly lines personally, identifying problems others missed. Many people thought this was madness. But for Elon, it was survival. He believed leadership meant sharing pain, not delegating it. At SpaceX, the story was similar, but the stakes were even higher. Sending humans into space carried enormous responsibility. One mistake could cost lives. Every launch required absolute precision. When SpaceX prepared to send astronauts to the International Space Station, the world watched closely. No private company had ever done this before. Failure was not an option. The launch was successful. Astronauts reached the station safely. It was a historic moment, not just for SpaceX, but for humanity. Governments no longer had a monopoly on space. The future had opened. And yet, Elon barely celebrated. His mind had already moved forward. To Mars. Mars represented something deeper than exploration. To Elon, it was insurance. A backup plan for civilization. A place where humanity could start again if Earth failed. Many called the idea unrealistic. Elon called it necessary. Starship, the massive rocket designed for Mars travel, became his most ambitious project yet. Bigger than anything built before. More powerful. More complex. The failures were public and dramatic. Explosions. Fireballs. Twisted metal falling from the sky. Social media laughed. Memes spread instantly. But behind the scenes, engineers analyzed data. Each failure revealed weaknesses. Each test improved the design. Elon reminded his team of one thing. If things are not failing, you are not innovating fast enough. Outside of work, his life was no easier. Relationships strained under pressure. Long hours destroyed balance. Elon admitted that ambition often came at the cost of personal happiness. He spoke openly about loneliness, about feeling misunderstood, about carrying responsibility that never truly rests. Despite his wealth, he lived relatively simply. He sold most of his houses. He focused less on comfort and more on purpose. Money, to him, was fuel, not the destination. Then came new challenges. Regulators questioned his power. Media scrutinized his influence. His presence on social platforms sparked controversy daily. Some saw him as reckless. Others saw him as honest in a world of filtered words. Elon did not try to please everyone. He accepted criticism as part of the cost of impact. He believed progress was messy, that history never remembers the cautious. Over time, one truth became clear. Elon Musk was not motivated by being liked. He was motivated by being useful to the future. Electric cars reduced dependence on fossil fuels. Reusable rockets lowered the cost of space. Satellite internet connected isolated regions. Each project carried risk. Each carried criticism. But together, they formed a pattern. A man relentlessly pushing humanity forward, even when the world resisted. Elon Musk's story is not about perfection. It is about persistence. A reminder that extraordinary outcomes often come from uncomfortable choices. That vision can isolate you. That ambition can exhaust you. That changing the world requires accepting misunderstanding. From a bullied child who escaped into books, to a man building paths beyond Earth, Elon Musk proves one powerful idea. The future is not built by those who wait for permission. It is built by those willing to fail publicly, work obsessively, and keep going, long after others would have stopped. And so, the story pauses here. Not because the journey is over, but because this is the moment we understand it. Elon Musk was never chasing money. He was chasing meaning. From pain came focus. From failure came knowledge. From criticism came resilience. The boy who was once silenced by fear grew into a man unafraid of impossible questions. Will humanity survive? Will we reach the stars? Will we become more than we are today? The answers are still unfolding. But one thing is certain. Progress belongs to those who dare to imagine and are brave enough to fail for that imagination. The future is not promised. It is built. And tonight, as the world sleeps, someone, somewhere, is still working to shape tomorrow.